Page 50, Activity 1. Look and match. Write the numbers 1 to 8 in the correct boxes. Try this activity yourself. Page 50, Activity 2. Look at the picture, then write the safety rules. In this picture, we have Mary, Tom, and Jim. For Mary, who's sitting in the car, the first rule is given. Fasten your seatbelt. Rule number 2 for Mary is don't stick your head or hand out of the window. And we have Tom, who's riding a bike, and it's very clear that he isn't keeping both his hands on the handlebars. So the number 1 rule for Tom is keep both hands on the handlebars. Rule number 2 for Tom is wear a helmet. And don't forget we have Jim, who's crossing the street. Rule number 1 for Jim is look both ways before crossing the street. The second rule for Jim will be cross at the zebra crossing. Page 51, Activity 1. How are they going to get to the park? Follow the lines and write. For Mira, trace your finger along the pink line and you reach a bike. So number 1, Mira is going to go by bike. Huang, trace your finger along the blue line and you reach a bus. So for number 2, Huang is going to go by bus. For Akmal, trace your finger along the green line and you reach a train going through a tunnel. So for number 3, Akmal is going to go by train. For the last one, Cheung, trace your finger along the purple line. And when you reach here, it's very obvious. Cheung is going to walk. Page 51, Activity 2. Look at the train timetable and answer the questions. Now, children, I need you to look at the train timetable very carefully before you answer the questions. Follow me step by step. Number 1. What time does the train leave from Chester? The answer is given. It leaves at 6:45 or 6:45. 7 in Chinese means 还有1刻钟就到7点. 6:45 means 6点45分. Number 2. What time does the train arrive at Pape? Look at this box. So for number 2, you can write it arrives at 7:15 or it arrives at 7:15. 7:15 in Chinese means 7点1刻. 7:15 in Chinese means 7点15分. Number 3. What time does the train leave from Warden? Look at this box. Number 3, you can write it leaves at 8:15 or you can write it leaves at 8:15. 8:15 in Chinese means 8点1刻. 8:15 in Chinese means 8点15分. Number 4. What time does the train arrive at Green Park? Look at this box. For number 4, you can write it arrives at 8:55 or it arrives at 5 to 9. 8:55 in Chinese means 8点55分. 5 to 9 in Chinese means 还有5分钟就到9点. Number 5. What time does the train leave from Richmond? Look at this box. For the last one, it leaves at 9:30 or you can write it leaves at 9:30. 9:30 in Chinese means 9点半. 9:30 in Chinese means 9点30分. Page 52, Activity 1. Find and write. Try this activity yourself. Page 52, Activity 2. Write sentences, as in the example. Do you agree? For this activity, you can choose whether you agree or disagree with the statement. If you agree with the statement, you can write is in the sentence. If you disagree or don't agree with the statement, you can write isn't. 在这项活动中， 你可以选择如何作答。如果你同意观点，你可以写 is。如果你不同意观点，你可以写 isn't。For example, number 2. Travel plane comfortable. If you find traveling by plane is really comfortable, you can write traveling by plane is comfortable. But if you find traveling by plane is not comfortable at all for you, you can write traveling by plane isn't comfortable. Number 3. Watch TV boring. If you feel that watching TV is really boring, you can write watching TV is boring. But if you disagree and you find watching TV is quite interesting for you, you can write watching TV isn't boring. Number 4. Play guitar exciting. If you agree, you can write playing guitar is exciting. But if you disagree or don't agree, you can write playing guitar isn't exciting. Number 5. Go school fun. If you find going to school is really fun, you can write going to school is fun. But if you disagree, you can write going to school isn't fun. Page 52, Activity 3. Read and complete. Try this activity yourself. You can do it. Page 53, Activity 1. How much do they cost? Look and write. Look at the price tags here and write the sentences in your workbook. Number 1 is given. It's 13 ringgit and 59 cents. Number 2. This is a pair of sunglasses. So when you refer to the sunglasses, you have to use they are. They are 287 ringgit and 65 cents. Number 3. It's 355 ringgit and 46 cents. Number 4. It's 98 ringgit and 47 cents. Number 5. It's 30 ringgit and 54 cents. Number 6. It's 2 ringgit and 30 cents. Page 53, Activity 2. Read and write. In this activity, the answers are given. You have to complete the questions yourself. Number 1. They are 45 ringgit and 90 cents. They are. Look at the arrow here. Gloves, a plural noun with S. So you have to write how much are the gloves. Number 2. It's 10 ringgit and 50 cents. So how much is the ticket? Number 3. It's 9 ringgit and 65 cents. How much is the popcorn? Number 4. There are 263 ringgit and 37 cents. Look at the arrow here. We have trainers with S, a plural noun. So, how much are the trainers? Page 53, Activity 3. Read and complete. Try this activity yourself. 请自己尝试，加油。Page 54, Activity 1. Do the crossword. Number 1. You always have to wear your seat belt in the car. Number 2. Hurry up. The train leaves in 10 minutes. Number 3. The plane ticket to Chicago is really expensive. It costs 4,521 ringgit and 55 cents. Number 4. There are 60 minutes in an hour. Number 5. I can never sleep on the bus. It isn't comfortable. Number 6. Always cross the street at the zebra crossing. Number 7. You have to buy this to get on a plane. And what is this? A ticket.
Module 6, Workbook, Project. 2. Listen and number 1 to 3. There is one means of transport that you do not need to use. 1.
This means of transport is comfortable and safe. You can see the clouds from the windows.
2. The tickets for this means of transport are usually cheap. It travels on roads. 3.
I like travelling by this means of transport. I love travelling on water.
Page 55, Activity 1. Read textbook pages 66 and 67 for this task. Read the text in the student's book and match. Boys and girls, do this yourselves. Good luck. Page 55, Activity 2. Boys and girls, read textbook pages 66 and 67, the story titled The Lost Boy Part 1 for this task. Read it very carefully and fill in the blanks here. Do this yourselves, and actually you can find the answers within the text if you read it really carefully. Good luck. Try your best. Page 56, Activity 1. Write sentences, as in the example. The first one is written down for you. Number 2. Traveling by bus is slow. Traveling by bus is slow. Number 3. Traveling by gondola is slow. Traveling by gondola is slow. Number 4. Playing the guitar is fun. Playing the guitar is fun. Number 5. Going to the zoo is fun. Going to the zoo is fun. Number 6. Traveling by car is fast. Traveling by car is fast. Page 56, Activity 2. Read and match. Try this yourself. Page 57, Activity 3. Read and complete the table. Trips around the world. Children, I need you to pay attention to the text here, especially the words underlined in red by me and the blue words in this table. The first people to travel around the world traveled by ship. They started in 1519. The trip took almost 3 years. For the first row, date 1519, it's given. How? By ship. How long? 3 years. 3 years. In 1970, a man named Dave Kantz walked around the world. His trip took 4 years, 3 months and 16 days. Date 1970. How? On foot. As it is stated here, he walked around the world. For how long? For 4 years, 3 months and 16 days. Transfer the information to this box here. 6 drivers with 2 cars went on a trip around the world in 1990. It took 40 days. For the third row, date 1990. How? By car. For how long? It's given in your workbook, 40 days. The first flight around the world took 371 hours and 11 minutes. That was in 1924. Date given in your workbook, 1924. How? Flight. By plane. How long? 371 hours and 11 minutes. Transfer this to this box. In 1988, a Boeing 747 plane took 36 hours and 8 minutes. It had 141 passengers. The date, 1988. How? By plane. For how long? 36 hours and 8 minutes. Transfer this information to this box. 36 hours and 8 minutes.